Amazing. So, welcome. Today, we are doing something super exciting on unlocking your blueprint for your soul purpose, your mission, and creating an impact in the world, which is what we're all here for, I assume. Super excited to host this. It will be about an hour. So, settle in, sit back. If you've got your cameras on, that would be amazing. If you can't, I understand. Like I do, one of my values is connecting to people, so I love seeing beautiful faces. And I'd love to know straight up, are you like, give me a one if you're in your purpose. Give me a two if you're still finding it. If you're like, oh, I just don't know. I think I am, but I'm kind of a bit lost, or I have no idea. Or three, you're like skyrocketing. You're like jumping in, your business is on fire. So one, Michelle, amazing. Two, Shannon, Bianca, so still finding it. One, Linley, you're not moving, you're like comfy. Two, Carmen, amazing. So, just so I can see where everyone's at, and it really helps me connect to spirit, download, and know where to kind of tailor this webinar. So, most of you are either you kind of got an idea, and two, you're going, I got no idea to become more clear in your purpose. Amazing, Lena, thank you. So, I will just share my screen. Awesome. So everyone can see that. So activating your blueprint for your soul mission and purpose to create impact. So one of my main areas has been really teaching intuition to really connect people back to their purpose and to find out why you're here on the planet to make an impact. And when you discover that, and I want to clear the misconceptions straight away. So if you think it's one thing and then you're going to be set for life, good luck with that. Who's ever thought you just need to find it and then it all just unfolds? Yeah. It's like once I have that thing. So from someone who's had so many different businesses, programs, courses, services, we never stop evolving and we're not meant to. So before you came to Earth, you had a blueprint, or you have a blueprint, and it's almost like how spirit showing me right now? It's like a map. Yeah. It's like, family trees. It's kind of like that. That's how they're showing me. And it's basically you've been encoded with what is possible for you on the planet and the impact you're here to make. But the same as the journey of meeting your soulmate, I know not everyone can relate to that. Some of you were blessed to meet them at 16 or 17. But for those who have ever been on the journey of meeting your soulmate or buying a car or buying a house, it's never forever. Now and then it is, but for me it wasn't. And your blueprint was to meet all these people who's had friendships fall apart, relationships end, moved house, thought you bought your dream car, and a year later you were over it and you sell it and you move on, change jobs just because. So your mission, like your blueprint, is set out in what's possible, and you have your highest timeline, which is the impact you make, which has been of service. But what you offer will change. But if you haven't started on the download you've got, or that knowing of what your soul is asking you to do, you will struggle to get there, if that makes sense. Like if spirit's tapping you on the shoulder saying, do this, and you're going, oh, I can't be bothered. And it could be just going for a walk. It could be joining a yoga class. It could be reading that book. It could be signing up for that program, having that conversation with, someone you don't know. If you're going, that's nice, spirit, but I'm busy, or I'm going to fill my life with so much stuff, what happens is we don't get more. So I know you're here today going, oh, but I just want to know my big thing. I want to know what's going to bring me in all the abundance and the impact and shine my light and get to that point of so much flow and knowing everything I'm here to do. That would be great. But if you get back to today, spirit can only give you the next steps. And you will get a vision of what's possible. So for me, I had a vision of running online programs, having, clients I've been of service, doing what I love, creating an impact. Did I know what that specifically looked like? No. So that was my big vision, and I'd seen it so clearly. But then when I got back to today, it was release that program, hire that room, go for that walk. But if we backtrack before that, when I like first started, just trying to, I kind of get up the chat. Oh, let's have a look. What have I done? Oh, good. When I first started, it was really to start that journey of impact. And whether it was one client, whether it was 10 clients, whether it was 5, it was starting with what I knew. And if that makes you uncomfortable, it's meant to. As I tell clients that work with me, growing your business or changing what you do will scare the F out of you, and it's supposed to. Because if you're not feeling fear, you're not growing. You're staying in your comfort zone. So for me, I had my comfort zone. I had back-to-back clients. I had sold out programs. I'm sitting in a room I rented full time. I ticked all the boxes. I ran workshops. So I was ticking each like each box of what I wanted to manifest. I was making my 10K plus a month because that was my first box I wanted to tick. So I was like, tick, done it, tick, met my soulmate, tick. So I'm like, I've got this. All I'm going to do now is grow it. And it's going to be freaking awesome. Guess what Spirit said? We've got plans for you. You don't get to stay there. They tapped me on the shoulder and showed me the next steps. Do you think I wanted to change? Hell no, I just got comfortable with what I was doing. So if you have a download or a knowing or spirit showing you something, or you have a feeling there's more for you, trust it. And then you will move through fear and doubt and overwhelm, because you are here to level up, you're here to grow, your soul is here to evolve and release your karmic debt and your karmic cycle of what you've been shown it needs to be like. Because guess what? To have abundance has to happen. You have to collapse old paradigms of what you've been shown, of your family, your past life, your conditioning, your societal conditioning, to break free of all of that. So if you have an image or a knowing that you want freedom, you want impact, and you want that abundance, it's getting out of your comfort zone, and then all your stuff will come up. So growing a business, all your stuff comes up and it slaps you in the face. It is the biggest growth that you can go through on a soul level. But guess what? You signed up before you got here. Who's with me on that? Who has that knowing and like, I know I'm here for more. I know I have to do this. And you can run and hide, but hey, how boring is that? We don't get to. Who's with me on that? Who's like, yeah, I know I've got it. I know I've heard it. Give me a yes if you're like, it's getting loud, it's getting crazy. So let me tell you a little bit about me and my journey and where I started for those who don't know. Oh, there's my chat box finally. Yeah, you're with me. You're like, I'm feeling it on a soul level. And even if you don't have clarity yet, start with what you do have. Because that thing that is keeping you up at night, that knowing, that's the scary you want to go into. Because we are constantly here to evolve. And the impact we make on the planet will evolve. And what you're shown to do with others will change. So let me take you back in time to when I had no idea what I wanted to do. You know how those people in high school just go, I want to do that. I didn't know. But I thought, hey, I'll become an accountant. Sounds kind of cool. You can make good money, can sit in an office, can help people with their stuff. Sounds good to me. Met my supposed karmic soulmate, definitely not soulmate. Thought, had the kids. I thought, okay, I've got it all figured out. The marriage fell apart. I ended up nearly homeless, and I went through a massive spiritual awakening. And I remember the day quite clearly, sitting down going, how am I making a difference in the world? And I had no idea. But I want you to ask yourself that right now. How are you making a difference in the world? What are you here to do? What is that highest guidance that you know right now you're here to do? And then I heard a whisper. I hear my guides, I hear spirit crystal clear. Wasn't always the case, but it was something I committed to learning. And they said, study Reiki. And I was like, what the hell is that? I had no idea. So I've got my 3 little kids, I've got nothing, sleeping on a mattress on the ground, working in a business part-time while trying to co-manage 3 crazy young boys, all on my own. And then I'm like, okay. And then a teacher appeared, as they do, because when you ask the next step. And I remember setting up my table, getting my very first client. I don't even know how she found me because I was just no idea about marketing. And I was so super nervous. But you know what happened after that? I started listening, I started surrendering, and doors kept opening up. And then I studied what I was guided to study. I jumped in, and I say to you, feel the fear and do it anyway. If you feel that fear in your body, who's had that fear that I've got to change it, whatever it is. And I'm not saying it just has to be in business, it could be in life, for those who get to move overseas, how cool. But it could be anywhere in your life. It could be this, oh, who's had fear, like they know what it feels like, but you do it anyway. You're like, oh, this is so scary. It could be a talk you've done, a job you accepted, a date you went on, whatever it is, you just go, and I always sit on my bed and I put my hand on my heart, and just a tip for those moving forward, and I go, you know what, I'm going to feel this, but it feels right because my mind, my download is to do this. And then I go, I'm going to do it anyway. And then I jump. And I'm not saying it's that easy. Trust me, there's sleepless nights, tears, overwhelm, but that's the ego mind just going, oh, well, let's stay safe. But safe is boring. We're not here to do that, because to make that impact on the planet, it's on the other side of your comfort zone. It's on the other side of where you're holding yourself back. So really tune into you and really sit with that and go, where am I at and where do I want to be? And what do I know is possible? Spirit will not give you, and this is from my experience, because I've spat the dummy at my guides and said at the universe and went, I can't. And then really tune in and go, what are my next steps? Because every time I surrendered and leapt, I landed. And was it scary? Hell yes. So here I am, I've built up a successful coaching practice. I've got abundance of clients. I'm loving life. And then I'm like, oh, okay, now I'm here to teach light workers to do the same, soul-led entrepreneurs. Do you not think that was the scariest jump? I've had other scary jumps, but that was quite scary. I gave away everything to really branch forward. And every time you trust and surrender, you land on your feet and you just listen to that guidance. It keeps you moving. So you, with that blueprint, so you have that soul's blueprint, and it's written, it's really clear on in your Akashic records or in the book of your life, which is kind of on your home planet, sitting on a library shelf somewhere. And when we access that and we look at it, it has your whole life written down. It's got everything. And some people say, yep, they can read it, all good. But I believe only you can tap into that, and only you can really access that yourself. But everything in there is your highest next level. So your timeline, you have a timeline of what is possible. You have a next level of where you can get to. And that is like the ultimate state you can get in. But I just want to remind you, you will never stop growing and learning and evolving and learning karmic lessons and overcoming growth and the layers of the onion continuously. It will never stop while we're here on this planet, and it's not meant to. So if you go, you know what, I've just designed a program I love, and then you go, I've delivered this so many times, I just can't do it anymore. Guess what? You get to change it all up. You get to redesign yourself whenever your intuition tells you there's a next step. So your intuition will always guide you. And the way we get guided is to create stillness, to create space, to create connection. Because if we're too busy, we're trying to outrun ourselves. So it's like, get back to that deep connection within you. And it is a blessing to be called as a light worker, because right now the planet needs healing. Human beings need healing. We all need healing. And if you rise up with that next level of what you've been shown is possible, how powerful is that? If you know that you've made a difference in one person's life, two people's life, three people's life, how amazing is that when you know that ripple effect? And when you think of anyone in your life that's made an impact on you, imagine they didn't stand up. Imagine they went, oh, I'm too scared, or I can't do it, or I don't know. But the world needs you to shine your light, and it needs you to shine it strong, because this is where we're at on the planet. And the ripple effect of people shining, putting their light on and going, I'm here and I'm ready to serve, and releasing you and stepping into your soul's flow, magic gets to happen. Because the minute we drop into the ego mind, guess what happens? It's like, oh, it's scary. I don't know if I can do this, or I'm going to lose myself with Netflix or binge watch or hide away for the rest of my life. Who's tried to do that? How's it going for you? We've all done it. Where we go, no, I can't do this anymore. So your strength comes from that commitment of going. So the first step I really want you to do today is go, you know what? I accept. Just accept your mission, accept you're a soul with a blueprint for more. And then you move aside. And so everyone write in the comments, I accept, if you're ready. And I know, Linley, you're sitting back, so you can just give me a thumbs up. So just say, you know what, I accept, I'm ready. Like, whatever it is, you don't need to know, but just accept, because then it's going to take you on the most beautiful journey of the expansion of your heart, of the connection to your soul, and releasing anything that's holding you back. Amazing, Michelle, Linley, awesome. Who else have we got? Someone with my name, don't know how that happened. Chris, Bianca, awesome. Lena, amazing. I think I gave the wrong link out to someone. That would be me. So exciting. So what happens now is get ready for the next steps. And you can say to Spirit daily, show me the next steps. And that is exactly what I did when I had the download of my next steps. This is the magic of what I did. That was how simple it gets to be. I said, show me the next steps. And then I just let go. And it came through so loud. It's so powerful. So what is your highest guidance right now? Do you know in your soul your next steps? Give me a yes if you do. Give me a no if you don't. And I want you to sit and listen to your soul and go, you know what? Do I know my next steps for me? Do I know my next steps of what I know I want to do? Pondering this exact thing. Oh, amazing, Michelle. I love I call it the void, the in-between where we've been doing, because I know, Michelle, you've been doing amazing. And then we're in the void where something new is brewing, and then we get the action. It's super exciting. But the void is where the magic happens. Amazing, Chris. Amazing, Bianca. Yeah, and that's where the magic happens, the void. I love it. The void is like you've been coasting along, thinking you've got it all worked out. We can be a bit, our ego can go, oh yeah, I've got it going on. And then you wake up one day and go, this no longer makes sense. I feel like there's a shift coming. I feel like what I'm delivering or what I'm saying isn't congruent with that new version of me, or I know there's a big change, a big shift. And then we go into the void, which is the shift, the change, the transformation, the next steps in our awakening. It can be a good process, but it also can be a full-on process. Yeah, it can strip away everything, because the void can sometimes mean you leave behind relationships, homes, jobs, I remember the scariest thing I did was giving notice at work, going, well, I'm going all in. I'm jumping ship. And it was scary. But it can also be beautiful because you get to co-create with your soul. You get to be a creator with the universe. And imagine waking up every day and just being in a creative force, doing what you love, having those sold out programs, having those beautiful clients that are soul aligned, and doing it daily. It's a dream, but it gets to be a reality. And that is where you move past the void, the awakening, the second guessing, and you move into flow. And I'm not saying when you suddenly show up, the world goes, oh, you're ready. Okay, let's work with you. It gets a bit deeper than that. We get tested. But beyond that, magic gets to happen. So remember, your innate mission is to powerfully serve. You are here to powerfully serve humanity. You are here as a light being to create an impact, to create a ripple effect. And how powerful is that? So when you set aside you, the human, the you know, with the mind, with the overthinking, and you go, you know what, I'm just here to powerfully serve. And how can I do that? How show me the next steps in what I'm here to do. Then you start the downloads, the dreams, the knowing, the aha drops in. Because I remember going to events and people would go, oh, what do you do? And I'd be like, I'm in transition. I have no idea. But I was surrounded by people doing the exact thing I moved into. But you know, sometimes spirits throwing you signs, synchronicities, slappy fish, and you still don't see it. And they're like, hello. And then when you finally click and you go, it was there all along. Really? How did I not see what was in my face? And we're surrounded by it. And then we go, oh, I get it. I get it. And that's when you hold the highest vision. But if you get back to, I'm here to serve, I'm here to create an impact on the planet, I'm here to make a difference in whatever way that looks for you, then you're doing your part, but you're doing what you signed up for before you came to Earth. You're doing the download of your next steps, and then you'll get shown more. We'd love the whole map. Who would love the whole map? Doesn't work like that. So once you've said, show me the next steps, and you've started anchoring it in, the next thing I say to spirit really often is, show me how much better it gets to be. I'll be like, I've got so much gratitude for the clients I'm working with, the income, you know, the abundance that's coming in, the freedom I have to choose my hours, you know, the decisions I get to make daily. But show me how much better it gets to be than this. And then everything starts skyrocketing. Because you're like, show me. You're demanding it of the universe. I remember when I met my soulmate, I said to the universe, I've had enough. Like, this is what I want. I demanded it. I met him within a week. That's how you get to manifest fast. Because you go, you know what? This is what I want. This is what I want my life to look like. Then show me the steps to get there. So if you have a vision, and even if you're not specifics, like you go, you know what, I want to be earning whatever it is you want to earn, and you're allowed to put it out to the universe. You're allowed to ask. I want to have, you know, it might be online programs. It might be, I want to be talking. You might enjoy talking. It might be you want to write a book. Write down whatever that looks like for you and get really clear. And then say, show me how much better it gets to be, or show me those next steps. And then it will just start flowing, because you've got your vision of where you're going. You don't need to know specifics, because unless you're here and you go, well, I just want to release this program, and you're really clear on that, you let go. And what happens is you'll get guided. It will become super clear, and you'll just not be able to stop downloading. And then when you get in the space of connecting to your intuition of downloading, who's done that, where it just comes in so fast and you just can't hold it all. It's like you can't hold it, and it's so exciting. I haven't been there for a while, but I do with new program ideas, and then I'm like, I can't do it all. But how exciting is it when you download all that fast information and just that knowing, and it happens so quickly? If you're in the void and you're still connecting to your blueprint, and you're still accessing your highest timeline, and you're still kind of really connecting to your purpose, This takes time, but when you get there, it will happen fast, but create space for that, and it's magic. It's so magic. It's the fun bit of creating when you get to just go, you know what? I'm in the space now to just design a new program and I can. And it's super cool. But you want to get to that. But when you're starting out, it's just really allowing space for those downloads, those connections, those knowings. So, and I want you to remember you are a unique soul. You're not a cookie cutter. So stop trying to remember when you were at school and you felt like you didn't fit in, or you've walked into a room and gone, these aren't my people. Don't try and be a cookie cutter. There are so many programs out there that will teach you their method, their step by step. This is the only way you do something. There's no one way. I used to get myself so confused with thinking there was only one way to do something and it had to be like this or look like this. We're so unique in what we offer. Who knows they're offering right now? Write it in the comments if you already know. Are you a coach, a healer? What are you doing right now? If you know, if you don't, that's okay. But I'd love to hear what are you doing right now that you just know is your thing. It's your unique thing for you. Even though we have to put a label on it that the humans, everyone understands. Parcel delivered, no worries, Chris. So, do you know what you're doing right now? What do you call it to the world? And even if it's you're calling yourself a coach or a healer or whatever it is, that because I always say we have to give it labels or no one understands what we do, but that you're unique in what you offer. Your uniqueness is what makes you you. Healing, amazing, Lena. But that your style is very different to what someone else might offer. So the way you put it out into the world needs to be unique for you. Because if you're doing, oh, well, everyone's doing it like this, and you try and do it the same, you're not going to have that unique spin. You're not going to feel like you're rising up in your own energy. I'm moving into the productivity coaching space. It feels very right, even though it's super scary. That's when the magic happens. The scary is good. I get excited. Amazing, Bianca. Then you're onto something. Connecting talent with media and brands and storytelling. Connecting the magic. Oh, so exciting, Lindley. Something's brewing there, I feel. I'm like, with my cauldron now. I feel like, yeah, you're going to fine tune that and you're going to put that out into the world on such a next level. How exciting. That's when we know property and human coach. Amazing, Michelle. You've come leaps and bounds. I love watching your stuff on social media. Um, and you know what? Just when we think we've got it worked out, it changes and shifts and we get a calling to do it differently. And that's the magic of being light beings, of being us, of being unique. We get to do that. We get to wake up and go, you know what? I'm going to shift it. And we can. And when you trust those downloads, when you trust that surrender, when you trust that step, guess what is on the other side of that? Abundance, freedom, and impact on repeat. People will be drawn to you. But when you go, no, that's the way I have to do it, and you drop into 3D business and you try the cookie cutter strategy, what happens then is you lose your light. You're trying to be like someone else's model. You start falling apart. And you don't wake up with excitement for the day. Or you're constantly going, oh, what's the steps? How do I do this properly? No. We get to reinvent ourselves daily, weekly, yearly, and how that's what makes you you. And so your unique brand, your unique spin is what you put into the world, and it will land because you're shining a light that comes from your soul, that comes from such a deep, beautiful place that others will resonate. They'll see you. They'll see your lighthouse. Who's ready for that next step? Who's like, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling, even if you don't know what it is, how exciting on the discovery. The journey of discovery. Yes, Michelle. You get to shine your light bright and it is beautiful. It gets to be magic. So your unique offering is not like other people's. You can see what others do out there, but always get back to your download, your knowing, your creativity, your uniqueness, the way you do it. And that's what you share with the world. And that's where the magic gets to happen. So, as we were talking about before with your blueprint, you have a highest timeline. Your highest timeline is the vibration of when you're at that next level of what is possible. It's when you're embodying that soul purpose and mission, when you're flowing in purpose, when you know you're on track, when you're trusting the journey. And then you're creating that impact in the world, that abundance, you're reaching people and you're being of service. And you're creating that 5D multidimensional business, which is multi-level. It is releasing the old paradigms of how you think it needs to be done and the steps you need to take and embracing that next level. Because 5D business gets to be freedom. It gets to be service. It gets to be impact. But you're breaking the old paradigms of how you're told it needs to be. The slave codes that have kept us as light beings enslaved for hundreds, thousands, who knows how many years, that we've come to earth and been put in the matrix. And we're all waking up. We're waking up so fast and we're going, this is not right. Why do I have to go to work for someone 9 to 5? Why does it need to be like this? Why can't we co-create and have that ripple effect and lift our vibration? And when you step out of the old paradigm, you then collapse your old timelines. You collapse and release them. And you start opening up a new one. You step onto your highest timeline. And then it gets to flow with ease. So when you think about that and the choices you're making right now, you want to connect to that timeline that is that next level version of you that's embodying your purpose and mission. And then you will collapse the old paradigms. You will step out of the slave codes, out of the anchors that have kept us small. Because we've been told to stay small. We've been told to hide our light. We've been told we're not okay for being different. We've been told it may not work. Who's ever been so excited and you tell your family or friends your idea and they're like, oh, that sounds risky. Or they put so much pressure on you that if it doesn't work instantly, you feel like a failure. And you go, well, maybe I was wrong. And then you start doubting yourself and it puts you on a spin. Embody and embrace the energy of your highest timeline of what you know is possible to you and connect to that in a multi-dimensional way. And magic will happen and the ripple effect gets to be you free yourself and then you in turn free others. Because when you embody the highest vibration of love, joy, peace, and freedom, you show up so differently. You ripple effect to others on the planet so differently, and it gets to be magic. So if you know the words you're starting with, which some of you wrote down that, you know, you're embodying this right now, then expand on that and play with it and journal around it and go, and what does that get to look like? What does that mean on a deeper level? How does that mean I show up? And what can I do today to take full responsibility for my vibration, for my activations, for what I'm telling myself, for my mantras, for my impact on a daily basis? Your soul will tell you what you need to shift your vibration. We just have to listen. It could be going for a walk, could be sitting outside, could be reading that book that you dusting off that book, could be actually making, you know, signing up for that program. Whatever it is for you, it's time to go, you know what? I've listened. It could be changing your diet. It could be you needing more fresh food. We all know what we need. But it's time to design your life the way you know Spirit's guiding you to do it and accept it wholly and fully. Who feels excited just from that soul shift of going, oh, I know what it is. I'm feeling it. I know what my soul needs because the more you tune in and listen to the wisdom of your soul, the more activated you are. Guess what happens with your intuitive downloads? They're high vibrational, they're instant, they're clarity. But when we're blocking with old energy, with outdated thoughts, with pulling ourselves down into that 3D feeling and thinking, the creativity is not going to come through. So if you're forcing it, it's stop, move away and go, what does my soul need? What do I need to tune into? What's that next level that's going to shift your vibration first, then get back to your creative being and go, all right, this is what I know I embody or put to the world. How can I put that in a way that I know will reach people? And then it gets to be fun and it gets to be next level. Who's feeling a shift from that already of just going, you know what, I'm ready to own it? Give me a yes if you're so ready to shift that vibration, to go all in, to level up. Amazing, Bianca. Exciting. I'm so excited. Like you're all beautiful, beautiful divine lights, and you're so ready. You're so ready. So ready. So I want you to really be honest with yourself. What are you holding back from in your next level? So what do you need to release right now? What are you going to cut cords to, say goodbye to? Is it doubt? Is it fear? Is it suppression? Is it sabotage? What are you doing that you know is not fear? Amazing. What do you know you need to let go of? And you can share it in the comments. Self-doubt, amazing. So right now, I want you to break up with it. Just say, you know what? You no longer have a place in my life. And when you do come in, I'm not going to sit with you. And flip that into a mantra that is going to take you to that next level. Because the more you embody that new energy, like I am so ready and I move forward confidently. Make up a mantra that every day you say and you instill it. But right now, release those outdated beliefs, that doubt, that fear, that sabotage, whatever's holding you back, that ickiness, that being stuck, that playing small, that hiding your light. Shine bigger. Because you know what? People are going to talk. Give them something to talk about. They're going to talk anyway. And when you rise up higher and when you're shining your light and you're making an impact and you've got that freedom and abundance, then you can start going, you know what? I did it anyway and it won't matter. Let them talk. People talk anyway. It doesn't matter. Rise up higher, judgment and self-doubt. Amazing. Yeah, release it right now. And if you're journal writing, which I can see you are, say, I release right now, and whatever that is, and then what you're inviting in, and create a powerful mantra right now that is your next level of embodiment. Like bring that in and ripple it into your body, and just imagine your cells re-encoding with that new information because it no longer gets to visit. It no longer gets to sit in your body. That dense energy is gone. And we invite in the new. And this is something I had to do on repeat to shift my energy. And I had a vision of the me I was moving towards. So what does she look like? What is that next level version of you? What does she look like? What does she embody? Who is she being? What does she speak like? How does she show up? What is she doing right now? And be that energy today. And that is how I grew my business on repeat, by going, she wouldn't be sitting on the bed making excuses. She'd have her selfie stick somewhere and holding it up and look, talking loudly and proudly. I'm a queen reigning. I love that. Yes. And share your new positive statement if you'd like. I'd love to see it. What's your new embodiment? That's beautiful. I am a queen reigning. Hell yes. So that next level of you, that version of you that's there waiting, embody her now. And then say, what is the one thing I can do that's going to shift my identity and shift my energy? And whatever that is, you know, is your next level. Is it grabbing that selfie stick and standing outside and talking loudly and proudly? Is it taking a photo of you in the sunshine and sharing how you feel with everyone? Felt the opposite lately. It's time to bring it back, Chris. Time to bring it back. No more hiding. We're not hiding from the world anymore. No more hiding. We're here to shine our light, and we're here to shine it bright. And imagine if each one of us on this masterclass today or watching the replay all went out onto the world and suddenly shone our light. Imagine the impact just in a day. You'd be lifting the vibration of the planet. How cool would that be? And the energetic frequency of connection, because we're all connected. We're all energetically connected. That ripple effect. And then you go out and you make your offer to the world and go, you know what? This is what I'm offering. This is what I'm here to do. And people go, oh, I'm curious. And you're shining your light. You're embodying it. You're not shying away. You're not making apologies. You're taking up space because you deserve to. Time to embody that next level of you. It's time to go all in. It's time to say, yes, I'm ready. No more holding back. No more dimming your light. No more staying small because someone told you once that it's not okay to be seen. You're here to be seen. And you're here to do it in a loud, proud way. Even sit up straighter. Come on, everyone. Let's stretch out. Let's stretch out and allow that light energy into your body. Feel that ripple. Like the more you embrace it, oh, feel that cells, feel them expanding. How good is that? It's just like, let that light in. No more crouching down, no more slouching, no, like stand tall, stretch your arms out, shift that energy, that frequency. It's happening. How good is that? Let's embody this. Yes, Chris. Woohoo! That's how we bring it in. That's how we bring the light in. It's like you just, you know, Mother Earth's there, the sky's there. Let's bring and just visualize that light coming in. It's coming in like a beautiful pillar because you came to Earth with a knowing. Own it, embody it, and repeat it. You didn't come to Earth to play small. You came here to make an impact. Why? Because your blueprint says so. Because you have a knowing and a wisdom. And you already know you signed up for this. You went, yep, I accept my mission, take me to Earth. And I'm going to release all the karmic. I'm going to release all the abundance and poverty codes. And I'm embracing the new. And I'm so ready. And then magic gets to happen. Because what would it mean for you, your family, the planet, your life, when you bring that abundance in, when you bring that freedom in? What is your life going to look like? What's the impact it gets to make? You get to outsource things. You get to have more fun. And for those who love traveling, you get to travel. What would it look like for you being in your creative business, having that freedom, that abundance, that impact? What would that look like for you on a multidimensional level? What would that mean for those around you? How would you be showing up knowing that success is guaranteed for you? It gets to be that easy. What kind of life would you be living? You get to experience life in all its fun, in all its joy, in all its impact. And then that ripple effect is when you show up as that person, the ripple effect is huge. Because you get to hire a beautiful team to help you. You get to show up with abundance. You get to give away free stuff because you can. The impact is massive. But you get to embody that vibration on a daily basis. So really be clear on the choices you need to make and then turn that dial up to 110% and make them. And after this masterclass, Spirit is going to start some intense downloads. You're going to be impacted. You're going to start going, oh, I'm in my creative energy finally, and it's going to start getting some magic. And if you're not sure what your mission, what your purpose is right now, follow your soul's wisdom for your next steps. Is it that eating needs to change? Is it the decluttering? Is it throwing out old shit? Is it throwing out old thoughts? Is it just going for a long walk? Is it sitting outside? Is it getting a new journal? Whatever it looks like for you, trust that wisdom because it will lead to more. Write some words down that you know have meaning and impact for what you're moving into, and then play with them until they drop in. Write some sentences of what you know is calling you for your next steps. But turn up the dial on your next steps. Create that embodiment of what is possible right now. Who's feeling that shift? Of going, you know what? I don't need to work it out with my mind. I need to work it out with my soul and my heart and my intuition, because they are my guiding light. And when you constantly remind yourself your intuition will guide you, it's just waiting for you to allow it to drop in, then magic gets to happen. It gets to happen on repeat. Because I remember that my first intuitive nudge, it just kept going. And every step felt like a bigger leap, but was it really? It was a shifting. From the day I started with that Reiki table, it was just honoring what I was told. It was honoring my next steps of what I felt aligned to do in my soul at that time. And then whatever shifts happen after that, it just keeps going. Who loves Joe Dispenza? So are you making decisions right now based on your past? Well, it didn't work back then. Well, I've always been the one not working it out. You know, I'm the only one in my family that doesn't have their shit together. Or whatever story you're telling yourself, or are you basing it on that next level of you, that potential of what is possible? Because if you base it on, well, I'm just like, you know, it didn't work for my parents, or, oh, they've always struggled, I don't want to struggle, or whatever story you're coming up with, that can keep you small and keep you in lack. But if you base it on that next level you, that multidimensional being, that soul being, that knowing, then magic gets to happen. You get to shift fast, and that's when you quantum leap into different timelines and collapse the old ones. Because that past version of you doesn't exist. So why is she renting space today? That you that sat there in doubt, in fear, in overwhelm, in unsure, is a different time of your life. It's okay. We've all been there. But you aren't her today. You don't speak like her. You don't move like her. Then base your decisions on what you're moving towards, not what you've come away from. It's like when we go into anything, go, well, in my past experience, that happened, so it's going to happen again. Like, no, who said? So start making decisions as if your timeline is guaranteed. So if you know that it's going to happen, if success is guaranteed, how would you be doing things differently? If you know your highest timeline is towards that abundant success and impact, what would you be doing differently? How does that version of you start showing up? And how powerfully will you be making an impact? It's massive. And that's how you start manifesting really fast. That's how the manifestation gets to happen. It won't feel like you've been doing it over and over. Like, here we go again. It gets to happen quickly because you're like, you know what? I'm guaranteed success. I'm guaranteed that it's going to work out, because it's not your soul's wisdom. It's your soul's wisdom, not, sorry, your mind. You're going, well, it's got to happen. The thing stopping you is the doubt and fear and the overwhelm. But once you move through that, once you own it and go, you know what? I see you, fear, but I'm doing it anyway. I see what you're doing there. Clever. It doesn't get to rent space for as long. You get to shift out and make new decisions, and it's powerful. So what happens then, the more you choose that highest timeline, the more you choose that higher vibration, your soul's wisdom, your cells start getting re-encoded to create your new physical reality. So it has no choice but to manifest. So to manifest, to bring in that highest timeline, that future version of you, that next level into your current reality, The more you embody it, you have that mantra, you're doing things that make your soul cells come alive. You're doing things that you know bring that vibration in. You're signing up for that thing, even though it fills you with fear. And for those who worked with me, I know the fear you go through before you sign up. It's like, should I do this? Should I not? And those want someone to run and hide. And then they come back and go, oops, I tried. Your cells, you start getting re-encoded. So that old version that's holding you back no longer exists. So what do you need to do today to shift into that new reality? And then what happens is you manifest and it becomes now. So I'm sitting here now doing this, which was a journal entry 5 years ago. Thanks, Michelle. Because I tuned into that next level of me and went, that is what I embody, that is what I bring in, and that is what I'm moving towards. Even if I didn't have clarity on what that looked like, I just showed up as her daily. I did things that brought my soul alive. I shifted everything. I took full responsibility for my daily actions or inactions. And then that became my reality. When I remember going, you know what, I want to earn 10K. And I put my mind, my soul and my knowing, and it became a reality within a few months. After coasting along, making bits and pieces, having clients here and there, I went, you know what, I'm all in and this is my next goal. And then it gets to be your reality because you're showing up as her. So everything I've wanted to call into my physical reality to manifest happened because it has no choice but to happen. So if you have a knowing of what is possible for you, or a vision, or a feeling, or some kind of intuitive download of what's possible, re-encode your cells to manifest it, bring it into your reality. Write it down, pin it up, put your mantra where you need to see it and say it every day. And you can say, I am, and put what that is. I'm just looking at all my sayings that have helped me get me through. And read it daily and say it daily and embody it. And then go, what do I need to do for my next steps of service? Because the only thing holding you back is fear, is overwhelm, is a distrust of yourself. Or you can do comparisonitis. Well, she's got it all together. You don't know the people you're admiring, what it took to get them there. You don't see the steps they've gone through. And I guarantee every level, they're moving through their next level. But when you keep embodying that, like I have a daily on my phone, a reminder that comes up that tells me what I'm moving towards. I'm a creator of my reality, and I have whatever saying I'm working with, whatever I'm embodying. And when I read that, I embody it. I'm like, yeah, it's happening. So what are you calling in right now? What are you calling into your reality? What are you manifesting? And for those who have manifested, and I'm sure we've all manifested things here, whether it's houses, partners, whatever it is, you've manifested that because you envisioned it. You could imagine it being. It's the same in your soul purpose. You imagine it to be. Who's manifested some powerful things or even some fun things? Yeah, amazing. And so you apply this same thing to bringing in that next level version of you, to embodying that you. How powerful is that? That's how it gets to happen. So you are here to shine your light, beautiful souls. You're here to make a difference on the planet. And you might go, oh, am I? Why me? Am I really? Who am I to be doing that? That is the ego mind. That's not you. That's not your soul. Your soul has wisdom that it is. You're here to make a difference. You've been through some tough stuff. You've been through some stuff that others would have probably given up, but not you. You're here. And you've done it. And you did it because you're here to make a difference for other souls that are struggling right now. You're here to shine a light and say, you know what, you can do this wherever you're at, because I too have been where you've been. Because you've overcome some difficulties. You've had tough choices. And you've been through your own dark night of the soul. You've been through your awakening. but you got to the other side, and you all have a story to tell that's going to empower someone. It's going to shine a light. And how powerful does that get to be? And when you share that, it creates that ripple effect to so much more. So your beliefs, your knowing is going to call in that next level. Start embodying her, start breathing into it, start being her. But that knowing that you're here to make that impact, to create that difference on the planet, shifts everything. And own it. Just realized the time. Sorry, I might run a little bit over, but I promise I'll try and wrap it up. So be in love with your mission. Your purpose is the biggest activator of creating flow in your life, in your business, in your next level. It is so super powerful. So fall in love with what you're here to do and love it fiercely. And be like, how exciting I get to do this. So what are you choosing as a deliberate creator? As a creator of your vision, of your future, of your path, what are you choosing right now? Are you choosing to go all in? And then be prepared for the shifts that happen. Did I tell you about that disclaimer? So sometimes when we say yes to our next level or that version, be prepared for what you need to go through to get there. It's the same as anything we call in. Always go, you know what? I know whatever then I have to move through, shift through, overcome, work through is to get me to that version that I know I'm moving towards, or to manifesting or bringing in of what I'm calling. So to release outdated codes can take you on a bit of a journey of deep introspection, and that's okay, because you'll move through it. You've done it before. You're brave. You're a brave soul. You can do it again. We said that one. Oh, look, I did it on multiple pages. You've been guided by your intuition, if anyone didn't know that. So what is the impact you're here to make? What are you here to do? And just really start connecting to your future soul clients. Who are they? What are the people you're here to help? What is the impact you're here to make? How are you going to change someone's life? And what does that look like? What is the shift you're providing? Because when you get clear on that, you can start getting clear on the description you're using and how you're showing up. So when we go out into the world, you've got your idea, you've written it all down, you've connected, you've brought in that version of you, you've got an idea of your mission, your purpose, your why, your soul clients. 80% is frequency. You can have the best strategy for marketing, for showing up, for what that looks like on social media and to the world. But if you're not embodying the frequency like we're talking about, you're going to start shrinking. And even if you have the best strategy, people they're going to see it, but are they? Because you're not showing up, or you're second guessing your post or your writing or what you're doing. So once you embody the frequency, you magnetically start attracting people to you, but you need to understand the strategy, because otherwise we're just throwing posts at the wall and we're not actually offering anything. No one even knows what we do. Have you ever seen people on social media and you're like, I've got no idea what this person does, because they've never actually talked about it. Yeah, they're amazing at posting. They're doing beautiful pictures and you're like, I don't even know what they're doing, because they don't have a strategy to convert people, their soul clients, into working with them. So you need a strategy on marketing, on how you show up, but it's not everything. You just need the steps. And once you understand them, you rinse and repeat. So what's super important though, is surround yourself with people who light the path for you. Get your soul tribe, love them fiercely, because they will lift you up. And when you falter, they'll bring you back up. Find your soul tribe and find the people who are either doing what you want to be doing or are there for you, like your community, your tribe. Yeah, they're expanders. So true. Because just by being in their energy, you already go, oh, they're the people you want to work with. They're the people you want to be around. Surround yourself with those, and or minimize or let go of those who don't light you up. And I'm not saying we don't ditch our family, like I love them, but they might not get what you're doing, and that's okay. They're not supposed to. They're not your clients. They're your loved ones. Let them be your loved ones. They don't need to be your biggest understanding of your path, of what you're doing. But surround yourself with people who get it. And guess what happens? You magnetically rise up faster. It's exciting when you find your soul tribe. Like I get to work with my soul tribe, and this makes my heart soar because I'm like, I get it. And it gets to be amazing. And the people I work with are next level. They're beautiful. So if success is always a choice, and if it was guaranteed, how would you be proceeding right now? What would you be doing differently? So if you knew without a doubt you're going to get to that, what you're wanting to call in, what would you be doing to bring that in? And so what is the purpose of what you're doing? When you get clear on your purpose, your mission, and who you're here to make an impact with, everything shifts. But if you're holding back going, oh, I don't know if it's going to work, I don't know if I'm ever going to get there, you won't invest in yourself. You won't call in your soul tribe, and you won't rise up in the way you need to, because that fear will go, oh, what if it doesn't work? What if I never get there? What if it's all too hard? And so you do like a, keeping small post or a keeping small story, and you're like, please, almost saying to the public, don't look at me. And you're dimming your light when you do it. So if you knew that you had success, if you knew you had abundance and impact waiting for you, which is there, if you've been shown that next level, if you can connect to her, it's there. It's waiting for you. It's waiting for you to meet it. It already exists. Then you need to believe, decide, and become. Believe in the potential of what you're here to do. Decide that you're going to do it and become that embodiment of that next level. Live and breathe it every day, even if it hasn't materialized yet, because I guarantee it will. It has to. Oh, you're in bubbles, Michelle. Fish. So cool. So when I work with clients, and what I'd love to explain to you is my version of the 5D success activation formula. And this is what I use on repeat with my clients to really help you get to that next level. So this is around, you've got your purpose, you've got your mission, you're embodying who you are. Because the embodiment, strategy, and expansion is what gets you to that next level of you. Because if you have one without the other, it all topples over. It's like you can have the best strategy in the world, but it's 3D. All it is strategy. It's empty. People see through it. Who's seen the icky stuff out there and you go, that doesn't even speak to me on any level? That's just copy paste stuff. So embodiment, as we've spoken about, it's activating the highest timeline of what is possible for you. It's being led by your intuition. It's that growth, it's that activation, it's that daily actions and mindset. It's working on yourself every day and getting super clear on what you're moving towards. Because you start embodying that energy, magic gets to happen. You start manifesting and attracting everything to you on repeat. And I've seen clients just from this have sold out events, being sold out a month in advance, and tripling their income in no time. It gets to happen that fast from embodiment. Because when you embody, and this is what I've gone through today, everything shifts. Everything shifts. You magnetically attract that version of you. You magnetically attract people to you. It's massive. And the second thing you really need to understand, which I fought for a long time, as an intuitive soul-led being, I was like, I don't want to know strategy. But you know what? I had to make peace, because if you don't understand it, you're just throwing stuff and hoping it sticks. So organic marketing, which is what I'm into, will reach your clients in a beautiful way. It is part of you. You need to understand how to run events, how to do sales, how to reach people, but in a beautiful way that feels aligned to you. Not in a icky, someone told me to do it like this, so I have to, but in a real soul aligned, beautiful, away, and then you reach people because they'll see your truth. They'll go, she's speaking to me. She gets me. And once you understand that, your business booms, like it just grows and expands. But first, yeah, you need to embody you. And then the third thing that is super crucial in growing your soul-led business is that expansion. So you've embodied it, you've got your strategy, you've got to expand. You become a magnet into what's possible. You start accessing higher timelines. You start moving into the quantum frequency. You start manifesting fast. You get sold out programs. You get into that abundance because you're shifting out of the old and you're activated, and you're trusting in your wisdom to do it on repeat. Who's with me so far and going, I see how that all comes together? Because then you start expanding and you keep growing, you keep scaling, you keep expanding into what is possible. And then what happens is spirit shows you the next level. You go, oh, that's where I'm headed to next. But you have the strategy and the understanding of yourself to move there quickly. It doesn't need to take years to get there. So who's ready to continue the journey and find out more? I would love to tell, yes, Lindley, I'd love to tell you how you can, and I thank you so much, and sorry for running a little bit over time, in ways we can work together to really anchor this in for your next level. And for those who are working with me already, thank you for being here and I adore you. So this is a bit of feedback love from those that I work with that just have had amazing results from really activating and embodying their energy, from stepping into the 5D, from activating and stepping into the quantum field of what is possible. Things have happened so fast. And it gets to be so exciting when I love seeing client results and I put my all in and I go, oh, I just celebrate with them. I'm like, celebrate every minute of your success. So a part of moving forward is really aligning to your purpose and your spiritual mission. Understanding that magnetic marketing and growing your business, attracting those soul clients on repeat. So having a strategy to call them in, activating those true abundance and wealth codes, really aligning to your soul-led offer, getting clear on your message, and then having consistency in your business to have those 5 figures and beyond. So getting consistency in growing and then keeping it is the next step, because we can all have like this otherwise, but you want to grow it and you want to be consistent. And then understand and know your authentic offering, which we've gone through a little bit of that today, of going, you know, what is it you bring? What is your offering? What is it about that you do? So I'd love to tell you about my program. It's the Soul Warrior Business Activation Program, and this is lifetime access for the portal and the program. So you get an online self-paced learning portal where we go through all of the strategy, the magnetic marketing, the expansiveness, the next level version of you, and really connecting to her and being supported. You also get an intensive session with me where we'll map out your blueprint for moving forward. So in that session, we'll go, all right, this is where you want to get to. And I tune in and connect to that as well and go, that's what I see is possible for you. You also get lifetime access to a private group, unlimited support. On the 1st of June, we're starting. So you get fortnightly, which I spelled wrong, Q&As and live training, and bonuses for the next 72 hours. You'll get an extra session with me, which is 2 private sessions. So this is gold because it's going to be exclusively designed for you. And a 6-week Intuitively You online program, which is going to take all the things I use to really get me to that next level. And your access will start straight away. So the minute you sign up, and if you're interested, let me know and I'll drop the link in the comments so you can check it out. So have a look at that. And you'll get access today instantly, and we can start mapping out your strategy for all that is possible. Just stop share. There we go. Hey, gorgeous souls. Now I can see you a bit better. So I've just put the link in chat if you're interested in finding out more about working with me. If you're like, you know what, I'm on the fence, I'm not really sure, we can book in a call and have a chat or reach out to me. And I want to thank you so much, because no matter where you're at, you're an amazing, amazing light being. You are here, and remind yourself a soul with a mission. You have infinite potential of what is possible. And it is your time. It is your time on the planet to say yes. And you'll know when you're ready, but just say yes to your soul. Say yes to the limited potential. Say yes to embracing those next steps, and magic will happen. Thank you, and sorry for running over time. I'd love to hear, where are you out of 10 in your energy and your vibration and you're moving forward right now? Give me a number. 10. Amazing. So good to see you, Lindley. It's like blast from the past. Love it. Give me a number. 8, 9. Amazing. You're so welcome, Chris. 8. Amazing. That's so good. So embody today. Be the best version of you. Connect. I'd love to reach out if you'd love to chat. Always open to it. I'd love to talk. But thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Be kind to yourself, and you've got this. Bye.